Test one, mic one, mic one. Test one, test one. Test two, mic two, mic two. Good Thursday afternoon to you. It is time once again for another edition of Chamber Talk on Regional Radio KJEL. I'm Patty Burns, and of course, the lovely and ever fabulous Ashley Mahan is here with me. She's my co-host today.
What a compliment. Thank you, Patty.
You are very welcome, and it's well deserved.
Thank you, thank you.
So, lots of things going on with the Chamber of Commerce. First of all, Ashley, before we get into discussions with our guests here, I want to talk a little bit about how does someone become a member of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, great question. So we actually have a way you can fill out an application online if you're interested in joining, or you can always stop by and fill out an application, a paper application with us. And our physical year actually starts in October. So right now we are prorating if you wanted to join, so it would only be for a couple of months before we would send you an invoice for a full year. So that's kind of what we're looking at now. But yeah, I mean, you can do it either digitally or in person, whatever you prefer.
What's the benefits?
So right now the benefits, I mean, we do a lot of promoting for our members, and we only work for our members. So that's what you're paying for. If we set up a table at an event, we're going to have your information on the table as long as you provide it to us. We can't give out something you didn't give us. But we also have this lovely show, as always, on Chamber Talk. Every week you can come talk about your business, what's going on with you, whether you have an event or a special going on, maybe a sale if you're, a retail business, or if you're a restaurant. So we have that going on as well. And there are many additional benefits that we're looking into starting in the near future. So very excited.
Oh, yeah, definitely exciting time. Speaking of exciting, you're actually going to be moving.
We are moving
to a new location.
We are. It's going to be really good. We are moving over to the Civic Center. So my next door neighbor will be Rebecca Rupert with the City of Lebanon Tourism. So she and I think, are going to be good friends and work really well together because the Chamber and tourism kind of go hand in hand. So we're excited.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And of course, we'll be broadcasting Chamber Talk from that location as well here in just a few short weeks.
A few weeks, yeah. We don't have a date yet, but our lease does begin August 1st. So very, very soon.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's Thursday, of course, and as always, something going on at Jude's Coffee Company.
Yes, Jude's always has open mic night, which participation is free if you want to be somebody who is participating in the open mic. But if you want to come watch, it is $5 for entry. So it looks like they've got a lineup for a lot of individuals. They might have music or poetry or comedy. I think it's just kind of a big mix of all of those things. So really exciting stuff.
And I think we were talking about this before you came on board, but whenever I think about open mic night, I always think about the older television shows where they have the people sitting around in the black hats and the black T-shirts, and they're snapping their fingers. And
I always think about the snapping too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah. And it's going to be a great time. Starts at 6 o'clock tonight, and of course, Jude's Coffee Company is open, Monday through Friday, and serve great coffee. I've kind of become addicted.
Yeah, and
to
great food.
Their mocha frappuccinos.
Yeah.
I'm so addicted to those things.
Yep, they've got those. And then my girls like the boba drinks.
Yeah.
They love those.
I've never tried that, but
they're interesting.
They're interesting. That's a good term. That is a good term. And like you said, they do have great food over there as well. Coming up tomorrow, July 21st, a teen event
At the library. So the library always has something going on. This one's just for teens. It's 11 to 12, registration only. So if that's something you want to participate in, be sure to register. But young adults age 12 to 19 are invited.
Resist tape art?
I have no idea what that is.
I don't either. We really need to talk to Tina and find out what that's all about.
But hey, all materials are provided, as always, from the library. So that's good.
Yeah. And, if you do want to attend, give them a call over at the Lebanon Lockley County Library right here in Lebanon on Jefferson at Vance and get more information. We have David Krishner. Krishner.
Kreischer.
Oh, no.
You're going to get it.
I am going to get it
Yep.
eventually. Okay, David Cracker is here with us. No, David Krishner is here with us. David Krishner Photography.
Yes,
Correct?
David Krishner Photography.
Kreischer, not no N.
No N.
Okay, I'm not going to ask your name again, David. Yeah, I've humiliated myself enough.
Trust me, I've heard it all.
So, before we got started with the show, David, you were showing some of your some samples of your photography and what you guys do, and it's pretty unique. In it's not the standard sit in a chair in a studio and snap, you're done.
Right, we add a little smoke and fire to our studio sessions for seniors and sports. We also do outside photography as well, so not just your standard studio. We kind of make it an environmental thing for our customers.
An environmental thing. So you could pretty much go woods, parks, anywhere.
Right. Anything that the client sees as something that they like to do. So if you're an outdoors kind of a senior, we do your photos to capture the real you. So.
And of course, it's not just the senior photography, like the senior pictures, but you also do family photos, event photos. Tell us about how you work all that around.
We do family photos, usually around your home or locations that your family likes to play at.
So you're going to photograph me in my recliner
Absolutely.
in front of the
Yeah,
television,
yeah.
or
wanna
listening to a book.
We want to capture the real you. So
In my hammock, yes, yes. So is all of your equipment portable, David?
yes, my whole studio is portable, and then I've got a home studio as well. So
Okay,
we
so they
we
can-
we can do the inside,
Okay.
but we like to do the outside, capture what they like as their event. So
What's your favorite part of photography?
seeing the confidence that we put into the kids after they do their session. So I'm a active Shriner too, so I do everything for the kids. So
Absolutely, that is awesome. Now, what about you said senior photos, you do family photos, do you do weddings?
I do weddings, just try not to do a lot of them.
Ah, I see. So, why?
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Bridezillas, you've been
Bridezillas.
counted some bridezillas,
I've
I
encountered
take
a few.
Yeah.
We like to do mostly headshots, business corporate kind of events, and then families and seniors.
Okay, all right. How long does it usually take for a photo session?
Anywhere from 1 to 3 hours.
Okay, kind of depends on what they're looking for, is
Right. And our senior sessions, we run 3 sessions for the price of your one senior session. So we try to capture a studio session and then 2 on location out in event sessions. We've also worked with Denari Bridal, so we can get you into some gowns and stuff and tuxedos to help them with their marketing as well.
All right. Yeah, we love the folks at Denari. They're great. Some people might think, well, it's really too expensive for me, out of the budget. Is your service affordable?
We're very affordable, and we don't upscale our pricing so that that's not my main source of income. So we're a little more budget friendly, but
So you do it for the love of photography.
absolutely.
How'd you get started?
I started when I was a kid, just having a camera that walk around and do events, and then my grandparents had their 50th anniversary, so I shot that for them. And then with my military career, I've always had a camera, walked around with that. Locally, I got started shooting sports for my son when he was in high school, running cross country for Lebanon. So after that, it turned into football and everything else. So.
And then one day somebody said, hey, you should do this professionally. And you
Right.
said, sure, why not?
Yeah. Well, it turned into people just requesting services, so then I got online, registered with the government, and decided, well, we'll make something out of this.
Register with the government.
Got to pay your taxes.
Oh, for a tax ID. Okay, I was like, what? Are you in those satellites up there? You're that guy.
Yeah.
Well, photography and having those memories is so important to, you know, your entire family, generations to come, has digital, you know, it's so easy to pick up a camera, take a picture, and call it done.
Right.
Is people need to be careful about that. They're losing their history, aren't they?
Yes, because digital doesn't last. It burns off on its ones and zeros on the system. It crashes and it's gone. So we like to make sure that our customers walk away with actual prints that are tangible and can be put on their wall. So pass downs.
Yeah. Yeah, that sharing that family history. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, man, I don't have hardly any photos in print except for school pictures of my grandchildren.
Right.
You know, and you know, their kids are gonna want to see, you know, their pictures, and you know, it's sad that we've gotten away from that. But that's where you come in
That's
as a
right.
professional photographer.
Correct.
Yeah. How do we get a hold of you, David?
You can get a hold of me online on my website at davidkreischerphotography.com or through
Facebook?
Facebook. Yep. At David Kreischer Photo.
Yeah, there you go. David Krishner photography.
Yep.
Krisher. Okay, there we go. I don't have to pronounce it anymore. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Yes, it is that crazy here, folks. Ashley Caffey is here, and I am so excited to be able to talk to Ashley. She is with Wall Street Cattle Company. They've got their big field day coming up.
Yes, we do. Hi, Patty.
How are you?
Good, good.
You've been very busy getting ready for this big event. It's coming up Saturday, right?
Yes, we've been very busy setting up, moving tables, contacting vendors. We're excited for a great day.
What else is going to be happening that day?
Well, the event starts at 9. We have about 20 different local vendors, kind of covering all aspects of kind of the ag industry. We have some really great providers like ABS Global. They're one of the leading innovative companies in genetic improvement as far as dairy cattle and beef, you know, Angus cattle, which is our primary focus. We also have a company called Select Sires that are going to be there. They're the largest global AI artificial insemination cooperative. They're also an industry leader in semen and genetics. And another company called Zoetis, and they're also nationwide advancing animal health and care. They've been in business over 70 years, cultivating amazing vaccines, medications, great, just a wealth of technology. And then MFA has been, our local chapter here, have been an amazing co-sponsor. They're bringing in 4 guest speakers. Do you want me to just keep rambling on?
Tell us everything. Yes, absolutely.
I'm just so
You're not
excited.
rambling,
We've
you're
got so
informing.
much to share because this is the first year we're doing this, and this was a big project for Adam Courier, our owner, and he was very passionate about making sure this happened because sometimes we feel like there might be just a little a disconnect in sharing information among farmers and in the ag industry, and we just want to be all part of the same team. I know we have questions regarding the drought and hay and genetics and, you know, AI or embryos and technology, and just getting all of these professionals together along with local farmers and asking these questions. I think it's going to be a real opportunity to keep advancing, you know, our cattle industry, our local chapters, and spreading from there. But I'll just speak about who's coming to actually talk. And MFA have brought these leaders in. A gentleman named John. He's a marketing and genetics specialist. He is director of MFA Health Track Operations. We have Dr. Jim White. He's a nutritionist specialist. He will be talking about feed rations, things that work well for specific cattle body types, and exactly whatever you want your herd to look for. There's a program. Let's see who else is here. Dr. Tony Martin, he's also part of MFA Animal Health. And David Moore, he's range and pasture specialist, so he'll speak to, you know, planting and seeds and different things that we can cultivate on our own farms to feed our animals. And
Yeah, one of the things that sometimes, as I kind of grew up in the agriculture community, and one of the things I realized is there were times when we were completely isolated and not learning
Right.
about new innovations and what was out there, because we were so isolated in getting this done and getting that done and getting this done, and then before you know it, it was evening time and you were going to bed.
Right.
And that's kind of the world that our farmers and ranchers live in.
I-
And so having something like this is just great,
Yeah,
where
I
you
think
can
that's a
bring
great
all
point.
that education into one location.
Yeah, and it's just getting everyone together to share ideas. Hey, this is what has worked for us or hasn't, or have you tried this? And just creating those connections and those common bonds. I should tell you a couple of other people that are coming. S&H, they're bringing a couple of their, I think, a baler and some farm equipment, so people will have a chance to ask questions.
Do you think they'll stop by and mow a few yards on the way?
I don't know about that. Maybe they'll mow ours. Now that we're starting to get that rain that we've all been asking
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
McBride Land Solutions, they're bringing some skid steers and some excavators. And then we have like Heritage Bank who's coming. They're giving away 108 mini pints of ice cream factory ice cream for the first people that walk in. And we love our partnership with Heritage Bank. They've been great supporters of us, and they do, we think, really great agricultural loans. So we're trying to cover a lot of different bases, not just on animal health, but also, and then Hudson Feed is coming. Our local Lebanon High School FFA chapter will be there. The Missouri Angus Association will be there. So everyone that has questions regarding registering your Angus cattle, because we know it can be hard and difficult getting those DNA lines straight, come ask those questions. The Stockman magazine, Bill Schirmer with him, he's a fabulous supporter of the Midwest cattle industry, so we're happy, excited. He comes in tomorrow, so we'll have dinner with him. And
Now, before we run out of time,
yes,
Ashley, I have to ask you, the stage at Wall Street Cattle Company is going to be
Yes.
lighting up at 7 o'clock, right?
yes. And this is a crazy story. It was a friend of mine, Nathaniel Maddox, who I went to high school with here in Lebanon, and he's a creative director. And I said, please help me. Here's our budget. We want somebody that's up and coming. And he said he had done some work with Haley Kearns. And I think we booked her right before she just skyrocketed, because she just opened for Tim McGraw. She did Country Summer out in with 10,000 people out in California, and she's taking our stage. We're not charging anyone. Come in. It's outdoor. Bring a blanket. Bring a lawn chair. She's going to blow our socks off. And so couldn't be more excited to have her.
All right. Admission free. She's taking the stage at 7 o'clock.
And we'll have barbecue too. So there'll be concessions, barbecue. We've got an in-house chef. He's doing ribs. They'll be on the smoker for like 10 hours.
Oh,
and it'll be
my.
great.
Sounds like that might be a place I want to be on Saturday. Well, it's all day long, 9 a.m. until what time? 3.
And then 7 o'clock for the show.
And then 7 o'clock, she'll take the stage. Kelly Kearns will take the stage at Wall Street Cattle Company. Now, Wall Street Cattle Company, for those of you who do not know, is located on KK Highway. It's Highway 64 West, like you're going to Bennett Springs State Park. You turn on KK Highway, go past Jolie Barber's School, go around the corner, and then they're on the left-hand side.
Right. You can't miss it.
No. It's a big, nice place. Now, there's 2 buildings there, Ashley.
Yes.
I did want to ask you about that, because when I went there the first time, I got kind of confused. Is it the first building or is it the second building?
It's the first building, and it'll be, if you're looking at the event center, it'll be on the right-hand side.
Okay.
And then the building up on the hill, that's our sale barn.
Oh, okay.
So where
That's
we
where you
sell
have
our
the cattle
cattle.
sales.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you'll see, we'll have lights, we'll have signs, and you won't be able to miss it.
All right. Great event coming up this Saturday at Wall Street Cattle Company, right on KK Highway in just outside of Lebanon. And it's going to be a great event. Admission is free, a free concert coming up at 7 o'clock that evening. And then, of course, all day long, everything cattle agriculture is going to be discussed, talked about, and a lot of debate going on, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Always. When you're talking about farmers and ranchers, there's always, something to talk about. Ashley, thank you
Thank
so
you, Patty.
much. That's Ashley Caffey, Wall Street Cattle Company. Don't forget their big event coming up this Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. to 3, and then the concert will start at 7. July 25th, Ashley Mahan,
Yes.
Lebanon Fire Department, is going to be out the library, and there won't be a fire.
There won't be a fire. That's good news. It's a planned event. So, yeah, they will be on Tuesday, July 25th at the library from 10 to 11, meeting outside in the parking lot. They're going to discuss some fire safety and give kids a chance to look at the fire truck.
And then on the 26th is Artsy Smartsy.
Artsy Smartsy, some more stuff at the library the very next day. Same time though, 10 to 11, and they're going to do Artsy Smartsy. It's geared for kids over 3, and it is going to be messy.
Always. Kids art, that's just messy.
Yep.
That's all you got to say. Big announcement. The Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Business Expo is back.
It is back, and it is on the schedule for Saturday, September 23rd. I can't share a lot of details right now because it is being planned still, but put it on your calendar because you don't want to miss it. It's going to be really great.
It's a big secret.
Our committee is really excited.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. So keep an ear out for that. The Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Business Expo, September 23rd. And I'm sure that if you call today and say, hey, I want a spot at the Business Expo, Ashley will probably say, okay. But if you could give them just a minute or two to kind of get all the details worked out, I'm sure they would appreciate that too.
Yes.
By the way, Ashley, I meant to ask you, when you move to the Cowan Civic Center, are you going to keep the same phone number?
That is a great question.
Okay.
We're kind of 50-50 on whether we are or aren't. I think it's going to depend on the phone system over there and how that all works.
Okay.
So I can't guarantee we will, but as soon as I do know, I'll be pushing out the new one if we have one.
Okay, all right. Important information because, we've got the gospel sing coming up.
Yes.
We've got, this gospel spectacular, the gospel music get together where we have got thousands of people who are going to be coming to the area. So we want to make sure to be able to provide them the correct phone number. And of course, at that time, by then, you'll be maybe
Yeah,
at
hopefully.
the Cowan Civic Center. Fingers crossed for
Yep.
you. A lot of work goes into moving an entire operation. So,
Does.
yeah.
And I mean, it'll be a good move for a good reason, but it is stressful. So I'll be happy when it's over.
Yeah, I could understand that. Well, Ashley, thank you so much. And thanks to our guests, Ashley Caffey from Wall Street Cattle Company and David from David Krishner Photography.
it.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just say it once or
You
twice
got
and
it.
get it right eventually.
Yep, great guest today.
Yeah, thanks to them for coming in and visiting with us as well. And thank you for listening. Chamber Talk is brought to you by the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce and Local Makes Sense and Regional Radio KJEL. Have a great day.